I'm sorry, councils. Has anyone, I'm so sorry. It's so hot in here. Okay, both attorneys. Do you believe your client has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against them?
Yes, Your Honor.
I do so believe.
Do you believe they're currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Mr. Sanchez and Mr. Escobar, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea? You're gonna need to speak up.
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a US citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Gonna find that both parties have knowingly and voluntarily waived their right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain pages. Did you all review those with your attorney? Did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $400 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution payable to Andrew Fraught, Fraught. Mr. Escobar, they're taking in consideration County Court Cause number 721816. Did both of you all understand that to be the plea, state
Yes, Your Honor.
defense attorneys?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Sanchez,
Yes.
Ms.
Yes.
Escobar.
Yes, Your Honor.
And each cause number, I'm showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you both review that with your attorneys? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the agreement. State is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service, restitution, and CATs 1 and 2. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Ms. Sanchez,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Escobar.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then Ms. Sanchez, to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Mr. Escobar, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
State any evidence to support the plea?
State offer states Exhibit 1 in both cases.
No objections, Your Honor.
No objections, Your Honor.
Your Honor, one more thing for the record. I know because of the last names between me and Mr. Escobar, we're not related. Never seen him before. I told defense attorneys for all 3 of the co-defendants that I had no relation.
All right, is that correct? You're not related to him?
Yes.
Okay, I thought he was gonna say, that's not true. All right,
Well,
all right, thank you.
A little suspense, Judge.
Yes. And Ms. Sanchez and Ms. Escobar, in each case, I'm gonna show you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review those with your attorney? Did you understand them? Did you sign them in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you, each of you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find in each case that the defendants have knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, and each cause number, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding you guilty as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we're just asking the court to honor the plea bargain.
Counsel, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We wish the court to honor the plea bargain, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Sanchez, do you have any children?
I do, but they're grown.
All right. Any grandchildren?
I have 5 grandchildren,
What are their ages?
14, 12, 5, 2, and 9 months,
All right. Are you in their life?
in and out.
If you're drug tested today, what will be the results?
I would be clean.
When's the last time you used?
Long time ago.
And what was it?
Marijuana.
All right. This is what the court, are you employed?
I'm working on that.
All right. So how do you support yourself?
My daughters,
All right. Who do you live with?
my daughter.
All right. You're going to have to get a job.
Yes, I know. I'm
You know,
working on that.
honestly, children are not supposed to support parents.
I know that.
All right. And how do you know Mr. Escobar?
He is actually a friend of my boyfriend.
All right. And how old are you?
37.
And how old are you?
50.
All right. It's okay to be a cougar. This is not, I mean, there's no problem with that. I'm just asking. All right. There's to be 3 years deferred adjudication,
Like,
a $400 fine. That's, I'm telling you, men do it all the time.
that's my man.
Oh, that's your man in the box?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. 3 years deferred adjudication. $400 fine probated, restitution to Andrew Fraud, Cats 1 and 2. There's to be no contact with Victor Escobar. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month for 3 months, and then at probation's discretion. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor, I think that's it.
All right, I'm gonna show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so off the record. It's okay that that's your boyfriend. I could do a no contact order with him. I'm not gonna do that, but what I am gonna do is he cannot go and live at your daughter's house with you. You understand? So if you plan on living with your daughter, he cannot live there. In probation, he is not allowed to live with her at her daughter's house.
And that's the boyfriend
Yes.
and name?
What's your name, sir? It's Juan Carlos.
And Judge, did you want to go ahead and order the TAP and the community service?
Yes, do the TAP evaluation, follow TAP recommendations, and if they request inpatient treatment, we'll start out with the outpatient treatment. And I'll do 200 hours of community service restitution. That'll be waived once she completes parenting classes. All right, is there anything else you need from the court
No, ma'am.
to be successful? All right, if there is an issue and with probation, you can always show up to court. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're
You
welcome.
will be excused.
Yes. All right, Victor Escobar. All right, do you have any children?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
What are their ages?
Sorry. 16, 14, 9, and 10. 10 and 9.
All right, are they living with you or living with someone else?
The 2 oldest, they stay with their mother, and the 2, they're in and out with the relatives, vacation, stuff like that.
No, they're just not, the 9 and 10-year-old are not just doing in and out with relatives for vacation.
for-
What's going on?
Well, they're not really, they're my stepkids, that's why.
Okay. All right. When's the last time you were employed?
But right, 2 years ago, right after I got out of TDC, man.
All right, and what were you in TDC for?
I had some, controlled substance charges.
All right. All right, this is what we're gonna do. It's $400 fine. That will be probated. 3 years deferred adjudication. CATs 1 and 2. TAP evaluation in custody. Follow TAP recommendations. Take in consideration County Court Cause number 721816. Restitution to Andrew Fraught. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Random regular UAs. Field visits. 1 time per month for 3 months. Then at probation's discretion. No contact with Tina Sanchez. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. You're to complete parenting classes. Proof of employment within 3 months. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No unsupervised contact with minors. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
That'll be it.
Is there anything else you need from the court? Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. If you need anything, just let the court know.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mark Aguilar.
Those results today were negative.
All right, awesome. Let me see here. All right, so here's your problem. You're not complying with UAs. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so you're on deferred adjudication. If you don't comply with your UAs and I receive a report, you're looking at potentially going to prison for 10 years. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
So you had better start complying with your UAs. If you do not, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. We're not going to have this conversation again about excuses as to why you won't do your UAs. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And with parenting classes, probation, do you have any objection to the court approving the parenting classes that he took?
No, Judge.
All right, so I'll approve parenting classes and you're going to do random monthly UAs. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Or either you can do the patch. So it'll be random monthly UAs or the patch. Is there anything else you need from the court?
No.
All right, thank you. All right, this is the last case and the court is going on recess. Kaale Gonzalez. And Norma, everything else will have to be called back for Thursday or Friday. Court is calling 2023 CR 8336, State of Texas versus Kaale Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
David Rodriguez for the defendant.
And are you Kaale Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. I don't see it, but I'm assuming you filed a motion application for probation or deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court is going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 grams to 4 grams? That is a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand that the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked? Court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe so.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Gonzalez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, no, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than a plea?
I,
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State? Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. I'm sorry. Showing you outside the agreement. State is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 3 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours community service restitution, no harmful or injurious contact with Isaiah Martinez. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Or no contest.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. I offer State's Exhibit 1 in the attachments.
No objection.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding you guilty as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Only that I would urge the court to follow our plea bargain agreement.
All right, how many children do you have?
I have 5 and we're getting babies.
All right, how old are your children?
The age is 23, 22, 19, 13, and then 9, almost 10.
All right, who's taking care of the 13, 9-year-old and 10-year-old?
The 9 and 13-year-old, my mom is.
I'm sorry, what?
My mom is.
Is Child Protective Services involved?
No, ma'am.
All right, when's the last time you had employment?
It's been a while.